ReZero, Season 3, Episode 1, October 2nd, 2024. Oh my god, today is the day. Today is the fucking day. ReZero is back, baby. It is fucking back, bitches. Okay? We are so fucking back. Okay, we're back for peak. We're back for this masterpiece, okay? Like, oh my god. I don't even know where to begin with this because, you know, I've been waiting for this and... whew, you know, I just want to get my thoughts out here with, like, this first episode. But before I begin, I will say that I have seen this episode before, you know, via a leak. But I waited until now to, like, fucking review it because this is, like, the official date it was, like, supposed to come out. So, anyways, without further ado, let's begin ReZero Season 3, Episode fucking 1, bitches. So, the episode begins, right, with Subaru running around, you know, he's doing like a training course and stuff, and, you know, he's like panting and stuff, because, you know, between Arc 4 and Arc 5, Subaru is basically like training and stuff, and then cutie fucking Biko comes along, you know, because they're like together now, well, not romantically, obviously, but like, you know, contractor and spirit. And Biko's basically like, Petra says that there's like somebody coming to the mansion. So they go into the mansion, right? And little Mimi, you know, who like helped fight the white whale and she ate a fucking burger in fucking season 1, you know, she's back now. And a new character, you know, Joshua is here. You know, he's Julius's brother and all he does is really simp for Julius. He doesn't really do much else. And, you know, we also get some quick scenes of, like, Ram and Petra, even though they don't really appear much in Arc 5, just really at the beginning bit. But, the main reason why they appeared is because Anastasia is inviting everyone to Prestella! And Prestella is the location of Season 3, aka Arc 5. So... you know, basically Subaru and Emilia just have like a little talk about like Prestella and stuff, and then they actually head into the city. Now, once they arrive at the city, you know, they go around and they meet up with like characters from like season 1, you know, like all the royal candidates and, you know, like the knights and stuff like that. So they meet like Julius and Anastasia and, you know, like Reinhard and... you know, the folks from Season 1, you know, who tried to beat up Subaru in Season 1, well, they're part of Felt's, like, faction now, so they're, like, with Reinhard. And then basically a bunch of stuff happens, like, they encounter this new character called Liliana, who's, like, hated in the ReZero, you know, fan base for some reason. But I actually really like Liliana, I think she's really cute and cool. But I do not love Liliana as much as fucking Kiritaka, okay? Kiritaka goes crazy for Liliana, but he's like fucking lame. Like, I forgot what he even does. Like, I'll probably be reminded of like what he does when, you know, more of this gets animated, but for now he just really simps over Liliana. But, you know, we also encounter Regulus, you know, who tries to flirt with Emilia, but Subaru ain't having any of that shit. But, you know, unlike what Regulus usually does, he's actually kind of chill about it, which is really surprising. And, yeah, you know, it was really cool seeing Regulus again, because he's one of my favourite ReZero villains. And, yeah, you have, like, scenes like Garfield, like, attacking Reinhard. You know, fucking, you know, it gets, like, his fucking cat, like, paw trying to attack Reinhard, which is cool, and then Reinhard just, you know, instantly blocks it because, you know, he's Reinhard, he's, like, overpowered as fuck. And speaking of Reinhard, we also got introduced to Heinkel, who is part of Priscilla's camp. Now, Heinkel is Reinhard's father and, you know, Wilhelm's son. And, you know, he kind of acts like an a-hole in this episode, like, I'm not gonna lie, but he is actually a great character. It's just that in this season, he kind of acts like an a-hole. And, you know, we also got Priscilla and Aldebaran, which was nice to see because I love both of those characters, but I can't really talk much about Priscilla and Aldebaran because they have a much, much more important role later on in the story, like in the newest arcs and stuff. So I'm not going to really talk about Priscilla and Al, but it was really nice seeing those two again. And yeah, you know, it's just basically them going around the city, you know, exploring stuff. There wasn't too much action that happened this episode, but I wasn't, you know, expecting it to, because they have to set up, like, the fucking, you know, action scenes that are going to happen, you know, later on. Because if you saw from the trailers, there's going to be a lot of action, okay? This is like the action arc of ReZero, guys. You know, people were worried that, like, White Fox, you know, won't be able to animate, like, the action scenes, or they aren't very good, but I think it is, like, pretty good, actually. So, like, towards the end, right, you know, Subaru, you know, he has, like, a quick chat with, like, Liliana and Priscilla, etc., and then he goes into, like, the town, like, center, or the town plaza or something, and then we see, like, this mummy woman, like, on top of a tower. So this is Sirius Romani Conti. You know, she believes she's, like, madly in love with Pedalgeuse, the guy who Subaru killed in season 1. And she's the St. Archbishop of Wrath, and she basically fucking brings this little kid to, like, the top of the tower, and she throws him off, like, the top of the tower while everybody's going fucking insane down, like, at the bottom because of Sirius's, you know, authority. And then Subaru dies because of Sirius's fucking authority, and then he returns by death to, you know, the scene where he's, like, talking to Liliana. So that was, like, quite a good, like, cliffhanger, really. But yeah, you know, I might just go over some miscellaneous, like, stuff now that I basically summed up the fucking plot of this episode. But yeah, so in terms of, like, the animations and how the characters look, you know, if you didn't know, ReZero Season 3 has, like, a new art style. It's, like, a new person who was doing the characters and stuff. I really like the character designs in Season 3. I'm not sure if I like them more than Season 1's. Definitely a lot better than Season 2's, that's for sure, because, you know, Season 2, you know, 2020, coronavirus, you know, infamous, I know Hellseed. Okay, but I'm getting carried away. But my main point is, right, the characters look good as fuck in this new, you know, style. And, you know, the lighting is really good. You know, really, really solid improvement. The soundtrack is phenomenal. You know, the voice acting is fucking peak. You know, as always, you know, the ReZero voice acting cast is some of the best voice acting ever, okay? You know, in both Japanese and English. It's really, really good. In both languages, for sure. I don't know when the dub of this is going to come out, probably, like, a little while, like, later. But, you know, now we got the JP, so, you know, you don't have to worry about the voice acting, because the voice acting's always top tier. Because this is ReZero, everything's fucking top tier, okay? But, man... And we got, like, the music as well. The music is really good. And we also got the 2 new songs, if you guys haven't heard them. We got Reweave for the opening and Nox Lux for the ending. And both of those songs are absolute bangers. Whew. I am just so happy that this episode, like, turned out as good as it does. And, you know, I can't wait for the later episodes, because the later episodes are going to be even better than this. Because this episode was basically just like a setup for what's going to happen. Basically, you know, with just Subaru and Amelia, you know, meeting all the characters. And there was also, before I forget, there was also some really cute scenes between Garfield and Mimi. I think Garfield and Mimi are, like, one of the best ships in this series. You know, Ram and Roswaal can fuck off, okay? Fuck people who ship those two, okay? Ram x Roswaal fucking sucks. But we got Ram, not fucking Ram, I mean Garth and Mimi, you know, chilling around Pristella, I love that. You know, all the Biko and Subaru scenes are amazing. You know, oh man. I just love ReZero so much, I can't even fucking speak, okay? I was so hyped for this, and it lived up to the hype. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode too. So that was my freaking talk about this episode. I don't think I have much more to add. And there's probably people out there who are better at wording, you know, how they feel about shit than I do. You know, this is basically what came off the top of my head about this episode. And yeah, it was a masterpiece. It was a 10 out of 10. Everything in ReZero is pretty much a 10 out of 10. You know, any flaws I have with ReZero are pretty much just nitpicks. And even if I do say I hate some parts about this series, I'm only like joking or exaggerating. Like, it's really just nitpicks, you know. Tappei is a god, you know. Get down on your fucking knees and praise Tappei Nagatsuki, okay? He is a god. Tappei is a fucking god, and ReZero is a fucking masterpiece!